I just received a massive Sunshine Law request response from the school district, and they screwed up. They sent me a document which they should have protected but didn't. I'm not mad at them because this document is going to prove that this document proves that the school district is corrupt, that they are intentionally violating the school district, and I believe affirms my case that they are retaliating against me and denying me records in a timely manner for not liking me. So what I'm going to show you here is what should have been protected communication between Kelly Walker and the school district's lawyer. She reached out to the lawyer. Her name is Emily, and I'm going to read you verbatim everything that is here. Mr. Gilbert was in the office today to make a payment for a Sunshine Law request and to ask to make another request verbally. I asked him to please send it to me in writing, but he said, no, I will not. I'm here and I want to make it. I consulted Dr. Robinson and Mrs. Ice, and I typed up the attached document, and he did sign it but would not date it. I did put the date at the top of the should be page, so we at least have a date. I will keep you in the loop. Thank you. Kelly Walker. By the way, it is perfectly within your rights to make a verbal request for a Sunshine Law. You're not required to do it in writing. So anyway, so the attorney here, edcounsel.law, her name is Emily. Emily responded to Kelly, thanks for the update. We will have to fulfill this request. Was it ever in question? He's asking because the statute specifies where those funds must be deposited, and he's trying to catch the district making an error. Correct. That's exactly what I was doing. They're required to remit that, as far as my understanding goes, back to the state. They can't use that money. They can't put it in their general fund and spend it. And because the district doesn't know the Sunshine Law, I assume that they did that very thing, that they did not deposit that money where it needed to go. Anyway, the attorney continues, please let me know if you need additional assistance on the response for this one. So, September 8th. This was, by the way, on the very day that I made that request. This was on Friday. Kelly responds to say, Emily, Dr. Robinson has asked Chastity Brownlee to provide the information to me for Mr. Gilbert. We technically have 3 business days to get him that information, correct? Thank you. Yes and no. They have 3 days, but they have to get it to me as soon as possible. So on Friday, when Mr. Robinson instructed Miss Brownlee to get that information, they should have made it available to me right away. They should have said, we have the document, you need to pay us for it, it's ready for you to pick up. They continually do this, and this is a complaint that I am constantly making against the district, that they have a record, but they wait until the end of the 3rd day to give it to me. That doesn't comply with the Sunshine Law. You have to give it to me as soon as it is available. So, the attorney responded to Kelly Walker to say that is correct. So the end of the day on Wednesday, that was yesterday, they notified me this morning that I needed to pay for that document, and that once I paid for that document, they would have it to me by the next day. So they're going to get that document to me tomorrow, a document that they likely had available for me to pick up on Friday. So they are intentionally keeping a record from me because they're retaliating against me. And they failed to redact the very document that proves they knew they needed to have it to me by Wednesday. I still don't have that document. They didn't contact me about that document until today. They are in violation of the Sunshine Law. They are doing it willfully. They know what they're doing, and even their attorneys told them that they can't do what they're doing. They're corrupt.